Hello. Alright, we've got a game and, Skaven, this could go in many ways. This could be a humiliation if we're not careful. Honestly, it could be a humiliation if we are careful. This looks like a fresh team. Yes. 2 Stormies, 4 Gutters. Okay, this is probably how I would start them as well. It's got a spare player as well. Yeah, I like this. I mean, if I wasn't going to run the Rat Ogre. The fact there's no Rat Ogre is maybe good for us? I don't know. Because he could potentially bully our higher strength players where he doesn't have a lot to bully us now. He's going to be more just trying to avoid us. What's he going to get? There's a lot of options here. I probably Wizard. Because he has the tools to get in on us once it goes off and then get away. So that's going to happen probably. Yep. And then 2 Babes maybe, or a bribe against Nurgle isn't as good against other teams, but he could still try and leverage it. Could go for, if he wants to be boring, he could go for the extra team training for the extra reroll. He's only got 2 guys with block, so, you know, his rerolls could get pulled out pretty fast. Or he could go from Merc, so he's got a 13th player, which would be very Skaven. Is there a chainsaw guy he could use? I can't remember. But that wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea either. Try and lay into our Pestigors if he can. With that, seeing as he has no... Okay, he's gone for a thrower? I think I'd have rather had a Lion Rat with block. Which I think... Oh, maybe you couldn't get it. That might be just out of his price range, actually. I guess he's gone for a thrower over a Line Rat because why not? Get the extra pass skill. He's not expecting to use it, but where like, if you can't quite afford a Babe, you may as well just go for the... That probably took most of the rest of his money, so yeah. Why not go for the extra skills? Doesn't hurt you any. Alright, so yeah, this could certainly go in a few different ways. Okay, so he's going to try and get that wizard going straight off the bat. Saving at least 1 gutter runner. Which honestly I'm kind of okay with, because that's 1 less guy running around behind our lines. If he's going to try and use this wizard and cause us issues early on in the match, I think having the 4 gutters would probably be the way to go, because then you have the speed and agility to really make us pay. I mean, 3 is enough to do that, but 4 is, you know... Well, it's 1 more, isn't it? Oh, we do have Mighty Blow now. Ah. That is nice. I forgot that we picked that up. Will we constantly have issues with that? Probably. We'll put the beast on this side. Get this guy in here. Yeah, I like that on the whole. Okay, so who's going to try and hold on to the ball? This guy, I think. I think we're going to drop this guy back temporarily. Trying to kind of protect my flanks a little bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can contact people. We've got to be a little bit cognizant here of disaster. And we've got to protect that ball if it goes deep. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Okay. Okay, quick snap's pretty sweet. We'll move you there just in case. And honestly, we'll move you there just in case. Why not? Yeah, let's cage this thing up before we've even started. Okay. So we're gonna try and be as sensible as we can here. The nice thing is this is already in not the worst position. It's in a protectable position. Okay, there we go. So it is now officially protected. In case of dub skulls over here. And just in general, you know. How disappointing. Push you there. And we'll follow. So that means we don't get the 3 dice here, which is a pity. Am I feeling this? Yes. Let's get in on him, eh? That's a bad start. Yeah, he could definitely get in on us with that. Well, what do you know? Oh boy. Okay. We managed to armor break ourselves on the first block there. Oh, he's not. I mean, this honestly... Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad call, I don't think, for a wizard there. You wizard... Well, maybe it would. No, I don't think so. Boy, we double armor broken. Okay. I mean, I know you could argue it's a bit early for it, but I'm not saying you fireball, but you could lightning bolt one of these guys. Potentially blitz the other one with this guy. Okay, at least we've both used a reroll. I mean, he's still going to get in on the ball here, which is unfortunate. Could use this guy so that he's got this guy free. Yep, that's what I'd have done as well. This could be a problem right off the bat here. We might lose the ball before we've even started. Oh, that works for him. That's unfortunate. Although, nah. It's not quite as clean as it was gonna be. Still doable though. So he's gonna try and pass to this guy, I think. Boy, what a horrible start, eh? Is that a gut runner? There's no way he's doing... Okay, I was gonna say, there's no way that you're doing that dodge when you've got this to do. Oh, he's just having no problems here. Oh, that's a relief. I was really worried that that was game over right from the get-go. Okay, Appo'd him. So Appo is gone. And he caught that on the 6, I think. Is that right? It must be because of all the disturbing presence. Okay. So, let's try and recover here. You just stand up. You just stand up. I think first thing is try and get this with this guy. Okay, that's good. We'll follow. Oh, that's not great though. That is not great at all. Okay, let's have a quick think. I'm going to try and get the beast over here. Good. Follow. Good. Yeah, we'll follow that. Excellent. Okay, I think we need to try and support the beast here so he can't get too many assists. Okay. Okay. What a start, eh? It's exciting. Oh, is he gonna... He's got the wizard as well. I must remember that. We're gonna save it till a bit of a better situation, because if he fireballs this, he's fireballing 2 of his guys. He has a 2 dice here. But I think he struggles to get a good... he could potentially get a... Let's see... Yeah, because that would have to go here. Is he gonna... He's gonna 1 dice. Boy, that is brave, 1 dicing with somebody without block. It does move the beast off though. He's kind of going for broke, I guess. I mean, he knows we're not going to score next turn or anything, so I suppose you could argue that's fine, but now he's out of rerolls, so he's going to be relying on... Is he going to try and chain push somebody onto the ball here to push it out the side and then get away with this guy? That's what I'm wondering. 2 dice against. This is now 2 dice against as well currently. Okay, this is some wild play that I'm just not prepared for. I'm not even sure. Okay, this is for the chain push, I think. Hang on, how does that... I don't see how that... Well, I can move... It would move this guy off. Okay, I think he's changed attack here. Maybe not there. Yeah, because he's... Was this guy knocked over? No, he wasn't, I don't think. Okay, he's going for a 5+ pickup here. Well, he's thinking about it anyway. I mean, when stuff works, right? Okay. So that's an exciting development. I think you might just be getting up. And you're just getting up. I think you have to try and make a blitz here. Because I don't know who else can. Oh, this is a 1 dice. Arr. Boy. Okay. That's most, unfortunate. I guess we're on this. You know, that's unfortunate, but let's see what happens. You know, this is what can happen. You get so used to people playing the odds that when people don't play the odds, it's like you just can't handle it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just didn't expect him to try and dive in on a 5+. And not only that, I didn't expect it to be successful. This guy moving up here and then making this block here would have really helped. Wouldn't have stopped him from going over here, but it really would have kind of altered the situation. Alright, so he's going to try and get it safe over here. I think it is safe from this guy at least. Now, are we going to see a bunch of dodging? I mean, this guy should probably go first. Of course, he's really stupid. Might go here. Probably should go here. Trying to work out what I can do, and I don't think there's a lot. Oh, hang on, there is. Okay, he needs to get some. He needs to move somebody else. Okay, if he runs out of time here, that would be sweet. Yeah, he's trying to plan out his next move whilst the time is going down. Ran out of time. Okay, so I know what we're doing. I know what we're gonna try and do, let's put it like that. Is this where I want to be? I might be better off holding this guy back if I can. Nope. Belgian Gimli? Okay. It's an interesting name, eh? Oh, hey Rick. Sorry, I'm really concentrating here. Oh, he streams as well. Is that why? Because Belgian Gimli looks like a name of maybe a follower or something. It kind of had that underscore in it. What can you do? You could come and at least base this guy. We should probably do that. Sorry, I was concentrating super hard. He's a streamer. Okay, he's also playing... Is he kind of known for playing pretty fast and loose? Because he's been playing pretty fast and loose. Oh, that's a relief. Yeah, we'll follow that one. Okay, made the first one. Made the second one. Oh, that's a tough decision. I think I have to re-roll into a double skull. No, we didn't. Hooray. Reason being, we're never going to armor break him, so... Oh boy. Oh no, not right. Okay, okay. I mean, that could be good if we pick it up. Belgian Gimli is one of his followers. Okay, that might make sense. Alright, it kind of comes to this, really. Okay, that's excellent. Yeah, he kind of, we still got a wizard, so this is not a safe situation here, but... I mean, it's safer than it was over here, right? Yeah, he definitely played some interesting stuff there. Oh, we don't have anybody over here, he's got to move this first, but he can definitely get to us. And then he pulled the ball out of a scrum of... like on a 5+. Did a 1 dice without block and only brought 2 rerolls, so there's definitely been some dodgy stuff, but it's mostly worked out. Obviously he's used 2 rerolls, so it hasn't perfectly worked out. There's gonna have to be some more dodging. Obviously this guy dodges. Who's gonna make the next? Who's gonna make the next move? Is this guy... I guess this guy's probably gonna come and blitz. Okay, no, that guy's just standing this guy up. Release the ball? Probably. Yep. Huh, that worked out for him. Okay, everything is scary right now due to, no rerolls. Let's try and get somebody on the ball, shall we? Okay, we're back in business with him. That helps a lot, potentially. I think we might be looking at that. Let's get this guy in position first. Yeah, I like that. This guy can go here, hopefully. keep worrying that I'm going to miss one of them behind one of our players. Okay, I think I am going to do the blitz with this guy in the hopes that we can free up this guy. I mean, I guess it kind of did. Oh, that's a GFI. Let's not do that. Oh, if we fumble this, it might go away from us. And then he gets it and scores. So do I just hold? I think I just hold. Yeah. Yeah, I think I prefer this. Let's see. That's fine. That's excellent. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, there's only so much we can do, right, with the wizard being there. Is he going to use it on the... He might use it... he's probably going to use it on the beast, and then blitz the Pestigore, I reckon. I mean, obviously he's going to need to dodge even to do that, so it's not a guaranteed play, but... Yeah, this is pretty much why I think I would have been playing all 4 gutters instead of leaving one of them on the subs bench. I know it's sort of a protection of your investment, potentially, and make sure you have a 1-turner, but losing all 4 gut runners is so unlikely. And if he had, you know, if he had had the extra one kind of lurking, it would have been pretty huge. Okay, good, that didn't work. Now, he can dive in, but obviously the beast is really helpful here. Yeah, losing chocolate fingers is unfortunate. We don't have any extra players either, so we are going to be probably down because it's hard to get rid of those. Oh, see, stuns aren't quite going to do it. Like losing a storm vermin would be a big deal, but that's less of a big deal for sure. All right, so who's going to try and be grabbing the ball? I mean, it makes sense for this guy to try and grab the ball, but at the same time, I'm kind of wondering if it doesn't anymore. Might make sense for this guy to try and grab the ball and head in here. We are severely out of time, of course. In half, I mean. Do we follow this one? No. King Boo. That name looks familiar. I mean outside of Mario. Alright, any other easy blocks to make? I guess... saying stuff like easy blocks is just asking for them to be problematic, isn't it? Well, that's my own fault. I mean, in fairness, I rolled double ones there. There's so much you can do, right? I was trying to move this guy over here and make use of my blitz, and then move this guy back over here to help protect. Looks like he's just going to try and keep our scoring threat down at this stage. And then maybe break if it looks good. Part of me might just be happy to get out of this 0-0 if we can. Okay, what's the play here? Is he just trying to get this guy back up for an assist? Keep this guy down? Oh, it got dark outside for a second. Alrighty, so he's definitely done a temporary retreat. That will do that. This guy can't achieve a whole lot, so he may as well mark up the gutter runner for what that's worth. Which is not a lot as it happens. Problem here is getting into a position that is actually scoreable, right? Whoops. Can't reach that guy, may as well go here. So I'm thinking to pick it up with the Pestigore and run up into here. Which doesn't look entirely safe, I gotta say. I don't want to do it, but I think I need to pick this guy up. And probably clear this out if we can. Okay. Never mind. That's gonna... Well, you know, on the plus side, we got 3 guys around the ball. So... you know. You win some, you lose some. So I think his plan now is going to be score... and then save the wizard for... I mean, score... start the second half, and then wizard us on the return. Stalling if he can. That's a lot of double skulls though, isn't it? Oh well. He probably wants to put this guy into a scoring position to make it so that if something goes wrong up here, that we don't score on him. Or at least that there's more of a threat on us in case we try to and it doesn't work. Okay, he's using the Storm Vermin instead. So this guy would be the ball picker-upper if things go well. But he's going to do what he can to make this guy not able to score. This guy can technically score right now, but he does have a block on him, so if both these blocks work, he can stop us from scoring here. Unfortunately, I think we've used all the skulls up, so that may not be a problem for him. So we're going to see this. Okay, he's doing that first. See, that's all we needed. I'd have taken pushes, to be honest. On our one. And he's got this one. Down he goes. So we're not scoring. But there wasn't much we could do about that. I was kind of hoping to have 3 guys in scoring position, but it wasn't to be. Gets the 1 die off. Well, this is salt in the wound, isn't it? Nice. Gonna stay by the ball just in case. Don't have a lot more to do here, really. We definitely can't score, right? Yeah, okay. Just make sure he doesn't try some wizard shenanigans. That should make it tricky. Well. Yeah, I can't say that we would definitely be in more of a position to score if we hadn't hit those bad blocks with the Chaos Warriors the 2 turns in a row, but I think we probably would be. I mean, a lot would have come down to if we had picked up the ball afterwards. I assume he's still going to try this, because it's turn 8. I think he has to throw it from here, though. If you dodge and fail, yeah, your turn's over. That's good. I think that probably the play would have been to throw it from here. Well, what a half. And somehow, as per usual with Skaven, we've come out the worst on armor breaks. I don't know how. Alright, so yeah, I mean, that's certainly pretty disastrous. But we're gonna keep going here. I mean, you know, obviously we're gonna keep going, but I mean, we're gonna keep pushing ahead, trying to have some hope. We are tied right now, and our guy could come back. I don't know if I really want this guy up front. Oh well. Let's see how he plays it. Obviously he has to score. I'm not sure yet if he's going to try and score quickly or not. Quickly means he'll have more guys left. He has used his app already, so anybody that we take out, we take out. I think I was talking about this, who was that we were playing against where I was saying there's some teams where arm value 7 just seems like it's stronger than arm value 7. Skaven are one of those teams. Seems like they never want to really break. They just get stunned and fall over a lot, but they don't break. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate thing. I guess it's really just my head saying that, but this game would suggest that that's, you know... Okay, that's interesting, but his gutters are up and his throwers up, so he's still pretty safe, but obviously he's probably just going to grab it and run back for a turn. I guess it lets us position on his team a bit better. Theoretically. So I'm not complaining about that. See, this is the kind of I mean, in fairness, what's he gonna do? Okay, he's playing very aggressive, I guess. He's playing like we don't have arm value 9, and unfortunately it's kind of working out. Okay, I think there's an argument for trying to hit the gutter here. And the argument is, if we can get some gutters out, that would really, really help. Let's see, I'd like to hit this guy with Mighty Blow, and in theory we could. So we've got 4, 5, that's all we need. I don't really have any safe blocks here, unfortunately. But we do have 2 hits on gutters, potentially, so... You know. Come on, get one of those pairs, that would be sweet. Nope. I'm sure we'll do that. Alright, incoming disaster. Okay, no. Never mind. There's that power we needed, but... Hey, we got a stun. That's one less gutter running around this turn. How fast is he going to try and make this happen? I don't think he's going to try and score this turn. I guess arguably I could have sent this guy through to hunt. Put the pressure on. Probably should have done that. I mean, obviously, if he did get the ball to this guy and get away, he's away, but this guy's not in an ideal position. Did he blitz? Yeah, he didn't blitz. Where's he blitzing? Okay, so he's playing safe for now. Blitzing over here. Oh, sweet. Now, do I try it with block? No, I think I try it with Mighty Blow again, because if it works, it would be really nice. Okay, I'll take that. Don't feel like you're achieving a whole lot here. You're probably doing more by being here. Could send you through. Don't know if that's a good idea though. Alright, let's see. Nope. Let's see. Stay. That way we get the 3 dice potentially. Nice. And stay. Problem is if I let this guy load up let him get loaded up right now, I don't have anybody to deal with the ball when he inevitably runs through past us. So obviously this guy is totally free. Looks like he might be trying it this turn and then probably trying to hit this guy, I imagine. So he may get away from us, but we're kind of expecting him to score, to be honest. That's how you armor break. In fairness, we did break armor on this guy, we just can't get him out. Not in the numbers we need. Okay, it's a bit of a retreat here, but being 2 pestigores down, not good, not good. But we're kind of at his mercy, really, with one of the slower teams in the league. What's his plan here? I'm trying to work out what he's going for here. I don't think he's moving the ball. He might move this guy up. Ready for next time, but it doesn't feel like... Okay. Switching it onto a gutter. And then putting one into scoring position. Okay. With a GFI? Okay. It worked. There he goes. Okay, we've got to try and prep for the stall here. That said, I'd also kind of like to make this hit. Alright, alright. We'll go here just to, you know, show that we're interested. Now this guy could go up here and lock in one of the guts. I'd like to lock in... I could go here and lock in both of these guys. Potentially. Trying to work out if he's going to decide to come down. Well, this guy is kind of potentially stuck, so probably not. Okay, we'll just keep playing the cat and mouse, or the whatever we are in mouse. He's got options, but we've shut down a lot of his players, especially considering as we're low on numbers. Having two locked up here is nice. I mean, he's going to pass some tentacles at some point. This isn't really when I want him to pass them, because we got two guys locked in. Okay, looks like he's going to get this guy away by just blocking here. Okay, where are you going? Oh, they're being too permanent on us. At least that guy's not dead, like most of our rotters have been. They're just being too permanent for us. I mean, in fairness, you don't get more permanent than death, but... He's outdoing us in armor breaks, and that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so maybe there is going to be a little bit of switcheroo. Some punishment for the bravery here would be nice. Ooh. At least he's down to one reroll. We started working on the rerolls. Oh, hello. Okay. That's not where he'd want that. You'll be surprised to hear. I think we have to do this first. In case it goes wrong. Obviously this is... Oh no! I forgot what he was. Okay, we'll just... push him... here. Do I have an extra space, or am I going to have to GFIs? I do, okay. Well, it's not perfect, but it's not the worst. I don't know what their record is. I don't think I looked. Oh, you know what? Oh, you mean our teams? We're 2 and 2. Oh, that's not good. That's bad as well. But at least we're up, I guess. I think the beast is just going to stay, well, especially seeing as he's really stupid. Yeah, we're 2 wins, 2 losses. Which I guess for Nurgle is okay. This is a totally fresh team for him, and he got a wizard and a loner thrower. Okay, Blitz there, so he's just relying on the gutter runners picking up the ball in tackle zones, which they did in like 3 tackle zones in the first half, so I don't know. I don't know why I thought this would be a problem. I presume he's going to come up and just get a guy on the ball. Or he's going to come down here, try and grab the ball, come down here, and then attempt to one... Okay, no, he's not doing that. Okay, he's just protecting the ball rather than anything else. Second reroll gone. That's good. That's expected, unfortunately. Boy, he runs so far. Okay, we'd have to GFI to get to that. Okay, that worked pretty well, didn't it? Don't really have any good options to stop him scoring here. The eternal stuns. Always haunting us. This is supposed to be... Okay, that's a good time for that at least. This is supposed to be a team in theory that gets its SPP from hurting people, but so far not so good. That's nice though. Okay. I mean, I suppose doing this would be nice, but he's probably just going to run this guy in and then go hand it off to him anyway. Depends how stally he's feeling, I suppose. Oh, I think he's feeling stally. Assume this guy's going here, maybe? Yeah. Four, 3, 2, 2, 2. Might be what we're trying here, because there's not a lot else on the table, really. Now usually when I do this, we fail the dodge and we fall over and get injured. I'd appreciate it if he would, you know, give that a go. Well, 2 rerolls, 3 turns. Don't see a big reason not to do this. It's 50-50. Scuppered. Well, I think we actually defended the half reasonably. We began to wear him down a little bit, and you know, forced him to make some less favorable than he'd like rolls to do stuff, which even resulted in the ball dropping out. But then we got a little unfortunate with the aftermath of that. And, you know, just not having enough guys. I mean, he's somehow managed to remove 2 pesticles and a Nurgle warrior on top of the other guy, so... We did remove 1 guy, and then KO 2 guys, but hasn't really felt like enough. If I'm being totally honest. But yeah, looks like we're going to start going into more losses than wins now, unfortunately. Well, our team's gradually getting better you know, like skill-wise, so there is that to hold on to. Nice. Follow that one up. Sweet. We'll take that. I guess we could technically follow it up as well, right? It's only a lineman. But we don't have much else to do this turn, so... Oh, there we go. And I don't see myself scoring a 1 turn with movement 6. I expect a lightning bolt on one of the... Yep. Use it if you got it, right? But yeah, I think we did what I think we mostly did what we could. I don't remember making any moves that I feel bad about, honestly. I think we protected as well as we could, and in the first half... Yeah, did we roll a bad block in the first half to let him in? I think we did. Trying to remember now. Yeah, that's what happened. I think we either I think, did we double skull it? I don't remember what happened with it now, but I know we got our beastman before he could run up and grab the ball. Something else happened. Yeah, yeah, it's... I don't want to say that nothing went wrong. I mean, obviously he had the double one where he dropped the ball over here. But, you know, Skaven are one of those teams that kind of thrive on those bad situations, right? So, it kind of wasn't a huge problem anyway. Unfortunately. Extra reroll, sweet. Okay, so let's start with this one. I'd kind of like to block with the beast. He needs to get a little SPP going. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think Nurgle can be more forgiving later on once your pestigores get leveled up a bit, and they can, you know, you maybe get one or two with agility or dodge, and suddenly you're looking a bit more ferocious. Okay, not a bad decision to do that one next. Oh, SPP as well, okay. I'll take that. We gotta take what we can on this, right? I guess I will try and make this throw. I'd really like to make it with our Mighty Blow. Do I just try that? You know what? Yeah, we'll try it, because he needs to level up for the block more than the other guy needs to level up. Oh dear. Oh, is this going to bounce back to us? Sweet. I mean, we don't get any SPP, but... I think the thing I hate is feeling like I'm kind of making excuses for how the game went. But I am trying to think back on things and look for things that I did really, really wrong. I mean, you can certainly argue that there were some subpar. Oh, you know what it was? It was our first blitz for our Mighty Blow guy. That's what knocked us. That's what meant that we didn't pick up the ball in the first half. I guess I'll take this guy because he's free. Belgian. We'll be having Belgian Gimli on our team from now on. So who? Oh wow. By count, we're 5 games in and he's on 20 SPP already. I think I'm going to give him guard. I know Mighty Blow is a nice skill, but I think we don't have any guard yet. And having him in the trenches with some guard would be really handy. Oh, we got a double. Did we give him blodge? Doesn't seem... I don't think we do. It's going to bump up our team value, and it's not like he's going to use it for dodging. Yeah, I don't think we give him dodge. I can't decide whether to go Mighty Blow or guard, though. One thing I will say about this team is it can get sort of spread a little bit. But you know, that's because we played agility, or... What did we play? We played Skaven, and then the game before was... actually, I think it was Undead. But the games have kind of got spread apart, so you could argue that Guard won't come into action as much as Mighty Blow will. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think that through. Off to a rough start, but I mean, I think that's kind of Necro and Chaos in a nutshell. They're constantly using all those rerolls, and we do have enough money to buy in our 4th Pestigore, so we're at least like up to a full team now, which is pretty nice. And we're beginning to get some block, and we'll have a wrestler as well for the next game. I'll have a think on that skill for the warrior. But yeah, I think for now I'm gonna... You struggle with Nurgle? Yeah, I've had success with them in the past, but definitely not like just overriding success where you win every single game. Um, it was back in... It was also back in... Not in a... I don't think it was in a league. I think it was in back in Open League, so, you know, you can only take that so far, right? Although back when Open League was Open League, that's kind of where everybody played anyway, so you did run into a lot of nastiness. They still exist. Maybe I deleted them. Maybe I just went past them. That's chaos. I must have deleted them. Necro. A random lizard team. That must be my other time I played lizards. Oh, is it this? No, that's chaos. Oh, it's bouncy castles. That's right. Did we have a good record with these guys? Oh, we really did. 53-26. So yeah, I've definitely had. I forgot it went that well, to be honest. That's crazy. look how long I played these guys. You don't see like skilled up teams quite this far much in the competitive league. Now the seasons roll over, but back when it used to be eternal. I mean, and they're decent. I know they have a couple of stat ups, but actually they're not as statted up as I remember them being. We've got 1 strength 5 warrior, 1 agility 4, and then a movement. Yeah, it's not that crazy. I don't know how. I guess we got on a roll. I guess I got on a roll with them. Obviously, you do get some concedes. Because people see, probably a few of them are concedes where people just look at your team and think, I don't want to face that. But even with this team, you can kind of see it wasn't all that murdery. There's a claw there. Did he have claw? No, he didn't have claw. So I only have 1 claw. I think. Yeah, and then 2 additional mighty blows. So I definitely wasn't playing... I was playing them more as a tactical bash team rather than a killy. Yeah, once you get high up to that team value, they're so good. But I didn't go murder with them. This guy was my only murderer. He only killed 6 people as well. He did inflict quite a lot of other injuries though. But yeah, we'll keep playing these guys. At least for a little bit. We've kind of beginning to get into a good spot. We just need to block up the team. Once the team has block, that'll be a big help. And if we can get an agility skill or 2 on our pesticles, I'll be feeling a lot better as well, because right now we have no... You know, we're a bunch of butterfingers, so... Alrighty. Thanks for hanging around, Rick. Are you streaming soon? I'm guessing not today. Well, maybe it's only... What is it, 9 now? You streaming today? Go ahead and finish this video for the old YouTubes. See you next time, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.